journey in the second edition of the Great India Drive begins in McLeodganj. But we're not here for a holiday, rather, we're here to kick off an adventure. And fittingly enough, in the beginning of a brutal summer, our target this time is to find snow. A challenging task indeed. But first, to kick things off on the second edition of the Great India Drive, we go off in the search of an adrenaline-pumping adventure, paragliding.
Welcome to the second edition of the Hyundai Great India Drive. If you remember a couple of years ago in the first edition, we drove from Leh to Bhutan, a long and challenging journey. But this time we wanted to increase the challenge a bit. So we're going to take a very interesting journey from McLeodganj on towards Spiti Valley with a few very interesting things thrown up in between. First of them is this place, Bir Billing, known as the premier paragliding destination of India. It's at an altitude of about 2,500 meters. And as you can see behind me, people take off from this cliff and go down to the village of Billing. And in a few minutes, I'm going to get geared up and go down on this wonderful journey to see what the village of Billing looks like from very high up.
After a fantastic run of paragliding, we piled ourselves into the Tucson and headed towards our destination for the day, the holy town of Mandi. We'll call it an early night today, for tomorrow is another adventurous day. Day 2 of the Great India Drive begins nice and early. Today, we're heading from Mandi towards Rampur Bushehr. However, to reach there, we must cross our first high altitude pass of this trip, the Jalori Pass. Located at an altitude of 10,800 feet, Jalori offers us the first chance of finding snow. Unfortunately, despite the high altitude, all we could find at Jalori was lots of slush and a little smattering of snow on the shadow side of the mountain. We might not have found some snow today, but what we did find was some fantastic driving roads. Narrow, winding, twisty, and with the river Beas running alongside, the roads were perfect for enthusiastic driving or even a rally stage. And here, I also discovered how dynamically capable the Hyundai Tucson is. With its punchy engine and a slick shifting gearbox, throwing the car around under the twisties was heaps of fun. Day 3 of the Great India Drive. It's really early in the morning, and as you know, I really hate early mornings, but you gotta do what you gotta do. We're off from Rampur at about 5:30 in the morning. In fact, the sun's just rising. You can see there's a little bit of light around us. The roads till now are pretty good, but unfortunately what we've been hearing is that it's not so good news. We had plans to hit some major snow in Spiti Valley, but the heat wave that's hit North India over the past couple of weeks has meant that most of the snow has already melted away. So, the outlook is not positive, but we're going to go up early, go up to Nako, to Tabo, to see what it's like out there, and then decide what we're doing further. It could be a very long day today, but let's see how progress is. As far as the Tucson is concerned, I have to say it's been behaving impeccably over the last 3 days. We've had no issues at all. It's a really comfortable car, quite spacious, and with the 2-liter engine, it's been quite a bit of fun to drive. I do miss some paddle shifts though in the hills when you really need performance when climbing up. Paddle shifts would be very useful, but other than that, there's not really much that I can complain about. The drive from Rampur towards Poo and then Nako featured a variety of terrain. We were constantly travelling on road carved under large rock faces, giving us a feeling of adventure. Of course, the views all along the road were stunning as you travel alongside the river Spiti and encountered bridges and varied road surfaces, from expressway smooth to absolute dirt tracks.
Given how difficult it is to develop faraway areas, there still exist wooden iron bridges like this one over the river Satluj, where you can virtually see the floor of the bridge move as a vehicle crosses it.
It's been an interesting day 3 of the Great India Drive. The first day we started from Dharamshala, we went paragliding at Bir Billing, and we halted for the night at the town of Mandi, a lovely property right by the riverside. And we started early again on the second day, trying to find some snow, and we did find some snow. In fact, while crossing Jalori Pass, which is at about 10,800 feet, we did get some snow, but not enough, not as much as we wanted. Our hope was that on day 3, when we would be heading towards Spiti Valley, we would find a lot more. Unfortunately, we discovered today morning that because of the intense heat wave going around North India, that snow is long gone. But I think I found something better. You see these loops behind me? Between the town of Poo and Tabo, there's this beautiful stretch of tarmac with winding roads, lovely corners, and it's a great driving experience. What adds to the appeal is the fact that this road has little or no traffic. Right from the point when it starts, right next to the river, right up to the summit of this mountain. And the surface of this road is absolutely beautiful. So it's an absolute driver's paradise. So while I might not have found some snow, but what I found myself is a great piece of tarmac. And what I'm going to do now is go up and down a few times to give myself some driving pleasure.
So, 3 days into the first part of the Great India Drive, and we haven't found any snow yet. However, with many more days of driving remaining, there was still hope left. And all said and done, we did end up finding some great driving roads, which was a worthy consolation and lots of fun. In the second part of the Great India Drive, we not only managed to find some snow, but even had to tow a tree to clear the road. Stay tuned for our second video for more adventure.